So do you want to learn how to achieve this with any type of machine you are using? Now, this is the most important part you want to pay attention for this industrial machine and also for this manual machine. If you miss this part, then you will not get the desired result you want. So if you want to be able to create your own buttonhole stitch from the comfort of your home, then this video is for you. Now we're going to be using this as illustration. You can also do it directly on the fabric you're working with, right? So like I said, to create this buttonhole stitch, you can use any machine that you have, butterfly machine, industrial machine, any machine that you're working with, right? And now please, this thread here is going to be single. The thread that is coming from beneath your machine is going to be single, while the one that is coming from the top here, you're going to be doubling it. It's going to be two, okay? So this is it. So you either pass it from here, that's if you're using the industrial machine, or you pass it from this side. Anyone is going to work, but I'm going to be passing it from here, okay? So all you want to do is just to go ahead to take your thread and pass it from this part here and then bring it out. But if you're using a very thick thread, then there's no need for you to start doubling it. Like I said, if the thread is very slim, then you double it. See the way it is doubled. This is me just showing you. Okay, so just go ahead to trim it so that you have equal parts like so. Then go ahead to thread it like this is just me showing you how I am threading my own machine. If you have a way that works best for you, just go ahead to do it. I am showing you that I am passing the thread the same way I am holding the both of them, okay? Okay, so you don't need to start passing the thread separately. Like, so long as you're holding both of them together, just go ahead to pass it. Thread your machine the way you normally thread it. Now, when you get to this part here, you can pass it separately if it is very difficult for you, but both of them are going to pass the needle at the same time, just the way you see me do, right? They both passed at the same time. Then go ahead to drag out the thread. Then we'll go into the sewing part. Now, the buttonhole stitch, the opening depends on the size of the button you're working with. Either you're working with 1 inch, or you basically just use the button to create the hole. Now, when you're creating the hole, don't start from here. Just give it a little bit of space here, and then do the same thing on the upper part. This is just to give the button like free, like so that it will not be too tight. Okay, so just mark a dot there. Then you go ahead to create the line. But if you are not sure of the button, just go ahead to use 1 inch. Okay, but it's better to use the button to measure it so that the stitch is not going to be too long or too small. Okay, so now you can decide to do this or skip it, but I would advise you to just mark it out like this, maybe with white chalk. This is to make it easier for you when you're stitching it. So hello everyone, if you've watched to this point, please remember to subscribe, like, comment and share this video so that more people will see it. Now this is illustration purpose, but please remember to use color or matching thread with the main fabric you're working with. And this part, make sure this part is on 1 or 0. That is the tightest part of the machine. If it is not on this number, then it will not give you the results that you want. Okay, so after fixing it, then you go ahead to stitch. You're going to stitch one, then you're going to turn the fabric like so, and then you're going to stitch 1 or 1.5. It depends on how wide you want it. The highest you can go is just 2. Okay, so me, I am doing 1. Then after stitching it one, you turn it again this way. Then you go ahead to stitch it like you're stitching it backward, right? So when you get to the point where you started the stitch, you turn it again to this point and then you stitch 1. Now after stitching it, the next thing you want to do on that same line, on that same stitch, you are going to stitch on top of it again. Okay, please don't give it any space. Stitch on that same point, turn it, repeat the same thing. Now you can stitch it 2 times or 3 times, but for this one we're going to be stitching it twice. Okay, now this is the second stitch we're running. You stitch it again. After doing that, then just go ahead to back stitch it and then you cut out the thread. Okay, so remember I told you this is illustration purpose, reason why I am using black bar, but the fabric you're working with, you're going to use the exact color of the fabric. So I'm going to be repeating the same thing here. So I did the same thing here. I did 2 stitch. Now this last one, I'm going to be doing 3 stitch. So we're going to see the difference between 2 and 3 stitch. So the same thing we did for the first one is what we're doing here. You're going to sew it first, then you go ahead to do the second stitch. Now on that line where you started, you're going to stitch on top of it. Now this is the second stitch we are running. Just go ahead to turn it and then stitch it. Now the last one we're going to be doing now, this is the third stitch we're going to be running on it. We've done 1 2, now this is the third one, right? Now just go ahead to stitch it. The same process with the first method is the same thing, just that this one we are doing 3 stitch. You can do 4 stitch, but please 3 is okay. Okay, now this is the difference between the one with 2 stitch and the one with 3 stitch. I would suggest you go for the one with 3 stitch. Now you can use your razor or seam ripper to open it up. Now if you're using your razor, this is how you're going to open it. But I'll suggest and advise you to use seam ripper, okay? So now this is how I use seam ripper. You're going to bring your pin, poke it from here, and then bring it out on this other side and then open it up. This pin is going to help the seam ripper not to just cut out the fabric or the shirt you're working with. So you're going to repeat the same thing on all the buttonholes you created, and basically that is it. Now when you open it up, this is what you're going to get. Now you're going to be seeing this roughness, then just go ahead, use your scissors to cut it out, okay? But if your shirt does not have this roughness, then you are good to go. So now the second option you also can do is to use your lighter to burn it. But if the fabric is not coming out like this, then you don't need all of this, okay? But this is just to put it together to make it relax. Now with your industrial machine, you should be able to create your own buttonhole stitch. Now you fix your button and then basically you go ahead to pass it through. If you're using the same color thread, it's going to come out very well. Like if you're using the same thread with the fabric you're working with, right? Now you can repeat the same method on also your manual machine. The same way you have two thread, put the other one here. Make sure both of them are equal, like the mouths are on the same point, and then thread it and then you sew. Now for this manual machine, this setting here, right, you have to make sure you set this part well. However, I have a detailed tutorial on how to use your butterfly machine to sew a buttonhole stitch. Now with these two machines, you should be able to create your own buttonhole stitch yourself. This tutorial is very helpful. Please give it a try.